Okay, Danny man. So that's kind of what I've been tinkering with. Not building it, but just taking apart something that was in the backyard. And basically, what it was a little box that housed what's known as the transformer. This big fucking thing right here, heavy thing. It's called the transformer, And let's see, there's a little switch here, a little button switch, a little switch. And then this is a breaker, so like when there's too much electricity, that little plastic thing shoots out and sticks out a little bit, and the way you press it in, the way then you reset it by pressing it back in. So that's that. Um, and then this is like another little switch, and this little shaft thing turns around, it hooks into gears, and as it turns, there's contacts in there. Kind of hard to see, but two metal pieces that touch. So you got the wires pull it down to there, and then it touches right there. So, um, but yeah, anyway, so that's how that works. So that touches, the two contacts touch right there. You can kind of see right in there. They touch anyways. As that turns, it touches and then untouches, touches. That's the system it's on. Um, and then there's another part of the puzzle. What the fuck is that? No. What did I put in? What did I do with it? Oh, so Um, you've probably seen some of these somewhere, like the little dial that spins around. It's like a little timer thing, you set it to, turn or turn on a certain time of day or whatever. That's all this is. But there's gears that go through and it's kind of hard to see, but, see inside where we at, right there. You can kind of see right there, there's gears down the hole. Down there. And those gears attach to this, shaft in the end. There's like little gears on this shaft too. So that attaches to those gears in there, and that turns this switch basically. So as this turns, a full something turns off and on. Oh, it's the lights. That's right, it's the lights. So that's how this system works. And this switch, the way it was used was it's a high and low switch. So like you either have more voltage coming or less voltage coming in, and I don't exactly know why that system exists for what we had for lights. So I'm guessing maybe less voltage the lights aren't as bright, and more voltage the lights are brighter. That's the only thing that I can assume. I mean, I can use it for anything now. It's no switch, but so I think the way this worked was, let's see, okay, transformers. So the way transformers work is electricity from one side, like let's say these, right? These go from the wall, from the wall inside your house, and here, and then they go around here and they energize. There's a bunch of coils of wires in here. They energize it, and then what comes out is either higher voltage or lower voltage, depending on how you set up. And I think, like, if this side is, I think, less windings, I think then, and here's more windings, I think the voltage increases if I'm not mistaken. And that's how it goes. Or, so backwards. Like, let's say if I wanted to do the other way, I can, put in low voltage in this side, 12 volts of AC power, and then come out as high voltage on this side. They're reversible. But this is just the way I had it set up. So I mean, there's transformers of this size, and then there is a transformer. I have a transformer right here. A transformer of this size. Now these you might find. This one I think was in a battery charger, like like the things that charge batteries. I think it's in one of those, like an old Duracell one or whatever. And then in your phone charger, it plugs into the wall. You have a really small one of those, and I think the smaller ones are for like faster frequencies. So it's alternating current. So what you have basically is you have it plugged in the wall, and then every 60 seconds, or no, it switches at 60 hertz. So I think like every 1 second it switches. So you have like positive or negative going in this way, and then next moment, like let's say you have positive coming this way, negative coming this way. And next, after a second, you'll have it be negative coming in this way, or positive, and then positive going that way. So it switches back and forth, and that's the way the transformers work. So it's got to switch back and forth, because if you kept it going the same way the whole time, it won't energize the other side. That's just the way it works. Because transformers are inductors, and inductors, you have to magnetize them. You have to send energy through them, and then they charge up, and then you shut the energy off, and then it like pushes the energy out. Basically, it's like a force, I guess. So you energize it, and then we turn the energy off. The force pushes the energy along the wire or whatever. So that's the way these things work. So it's just basically two inductors together, and they're really close to each other, and so one gets energized, and then when the energy turns off or gets switched the other way, the coil's energy dissipates, but it also gets pushed to the other side. And yeah, that's basically how transformers work. And yeah, so I'll show you a bit of that later. Kind of how that works. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, all right, man. I will talk to you later. So yeah, good stuff. So, and then the smaller ones can be smaller because they hook up to systems that are higher frequency. So the higher the frequency, the smaller the transformer. Because it can get away with that. But with the frequency that's slower, the transformer has to be bigger. And if you want more power, you have to make a bigger transformer that can have more electromagnetic energy going through it. So it's kind of like these things get heavy. I mean, and as technology improves, these things get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So it's quite amazing. And it's with AC. So you plug into the wall. And maybe I'll give a demonstration about that later. So yeah, cool stuff. Yeah.